Oh, it's a little bright this morning. What's up and good morning, guys. Welcome back to another video. Grab me a pair of some heat wave sunglasses here so I can actually see and function. Well, yo, I have officially owned this truck for all of about less than a week, actually. So far, it's a cool truck. I'll do a whole rundown at some point. I really don't feel like I've experienced it enough to give you guys an accurate rundown. Oh, we got the goats up there playing. Probably can't see because that big old sun right there. And well, because I live on a dirt road, she is, you know, dusty. The cat has already found it, and we've got a mongoose running around. And I didn't anticipate doing what we're gonna be doing today, but hey, I mean, I guess if you bought a truck for a reason, we're gonna use it right out the gate. So I had a small job pop up for my Mini X. It's actually a pretty decent paying, small little thing we're gonna do today. We're gonna have to make a couple of trips. Oh, maybe you can see the goats now in the sun right there. They're having a little goat battle. Basically, I need to take my excavator to work. And while I could use the 6.0, which is tucked back up there now, I bought this truck to actually be able to comfortably tow my stuff. So, hey, let's do that. Did I think I'd be doing it before I've actually ran a full tank of fuel through this thing? No. I don't know if I'm so stoked on that idea. You know, break it in a little bit more, if that even matters. In modern vehicles, probably doesn't matter at all. But I put a little over 300 something miles on her. And I do have a Gen Y coming, but it's not here yet. And I didn't really anticipate, again, this job happening. So I had to run to the Home Depot and get me a ball here, because all the ones I have are for big lifted trucks, and well, this thing is not a big lifted truck. And I was stubborn and didn't buy a pin because I'm like, well, I'm already spending $60 on some stupid hitch that I'm probably never gonna use again. I'm not spending money on a pin. Thankfully though, look at that, we got us a pin right here we're gonna borrow. I'm kind of excited to see this thing hooked up to my Diamond Sea dump trailer, because again, that trailer is gray. Now, this is a bluer gray. The dump trailer actually matches my crew cab OBS better than it does this truck, because again, that's more of a gray, but I still think it's gonna be a cool combo. I will say, big fan of the digital dash. I do like that over the 450, obviously the bigger screen. The only thing I don't like is, see how there's a sticker on top of a sticker, this do not touch display during installations. That sticker I was able to get off the Bronco and the F450 without damaging the sticker below it, which is still on. I don't know if you can see the little flap right there. This one doesn't want to come off without leaving residue. So unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have to end up pulling this one off and then maybe getting a screen protector for it, which I know you guys are probably thinking I'm crazy. I am a little bit crazy. All right, so I was wrong. We've got 386 miles on this thing already, and we're almost to a quarter tank of fuel. This thing's actually doing pretty good. So I drive up a ton of hills and in bumper to bumper traffic every day. I haven't had this thing out like on nice open roads yet. It's all been uphill, bumper to bumper traffic. So I haven't really gotten a real taste of the fuel economy, but with those factors in mind, we are at 16 mpg. All right, let's get backed up. All right, so this thing has had the solar panel on it. Hopefully it is charged. We're gonna find out. So it looks like we're good. Are we good? Are we good? We're good on the battery there. All right, let's raise this thing up. Now, what I love most about this wireless remote is you can drop everything from in the cab. There we go. We are now hooked up. I mean, I know we're in the shade, so it's not showing the color truly, but it's not a bad match right there. That looks pretty good. All right, now that we got the trailer hooked up, we need to add it to our system here, because this is electric over hydraulic brakes. So we actually need to tell that to this, I believe, Diamond Sea dump. Trailer type. Conventional. Save. Let's set her up. We got electric over hydraulic brakes. Big fan of those. If you ever order a trailer, get those. Trailer brake effort. We'll go medium for now, I guess. Kind of wide. It's not that wide. I don't know. We'll grab a tape measure. Let's move this thing out of here. Get the Mini X fired up. Been nice having a new battery in this thing. Knowing it will actually start for you when you want it to. Love that old girl. And look at, she's actually clean inside. It's nice. And good news is, I believe what we're doing today, it ain't that dirty. It's gonna get a little technical. And again, we're gonna be putting everything to use. Dump trailer, new truck, excavator. Well, she's definitely a little tongue heavy. With these dump trailers, they're so short, so you're kind of limited. I don't want to flip it around and then I'd have the boom sticking way out forward, and then you got way too much weight kind of from about here back. Most of my trucks have airbags and compensate for this. This one clearly doesn't yet, but I think we'll be okay. I mean, we're definitely a little lower than level now. I am curious though, because this has the onboard scales, which I believe tells me my tongue weight. So at least we're gonna know our tongue weight today. Again, not that that makes a difference because we're going anyway, but curious to know what that is on this trailer. All right, y'all, let's check the onboard scales. I think this is what tells us our hitch weight or our tongue weight, sorry. Yep, not intended for trade measurements. We're kind of heavy. Jeez, I don't know if that's the right accurate measurement there. What does this tell us? Scale mode, vehicle mode. Why is it not telling me the pounds? All right, so we also have smart hitch. What is smart hitch? What does this do? Add all cargo in the truck, then reset the hitch weight for the rest of the process. Don't change the weight in the truck. Make sure the trailer is disconnected. Oh yeah, no, we're not doing all that. We're not doing all that. All right. Well, we've got a lot of weight in the back of the truck, which, yeah, I don't really know how you read that if it doesn't tell me. So we're below 3,093 pounds. I feel like that's the max though. I don't know. Well, that's fun. I went to go check my trailer brakes and it says trailer disconnected. The trailer's not disconnected. Oh, something just disconnected it. It's definitely hooked up. It's fully in. You know, unplug it. Is anything in there? No. This is fun. This is fun. I mean, it clearly detected the trailer earlier. It made us go through the trailer setup. Trailer connection detected. Select trailer. Diamond C dump trailer. Active. Okay. Cross traffic alert. Trailer attached. Okay. Go to do trailer brakes. It says trailer disconnected. I love brand new vehicles. We're rolling. We're rolling. We're rolling. Hit brakes. Watch it stop the truck. Stop the truck, but then it says trailer disconnected. Our lights work, everything else works. Yeah, lights work. I mean, we're connected. As connected as we're gonna be. It's kind of cool there. I don't know what it's gauging it off of, but it has a little trailering miles to empty as opposed to your regular MPGs. Now it says 81, whereas earlier it was like 100 and something. I don't know what goes into factoring that, but hey, at least that knows there's a trailer connected. Now remember guys, I'm coming from older trucks that I used to tow my excavator, but it is pretty cool how when you turn the turn signal on, and you got a trailer hooked up, it does automatically take that side, right? So obviously we're turning right, puts the right side camera on. So you can see your trailer and your load as you are turning. And I'm assuming see your blind spots if you are merging. However, if anybody out there knows, is there a way to turn that on when you're not towing? Because when there's not a trailer hooked up, it doesn't do that. And I know other Ford vehicles can do that. You hit the left turn signal, it brings the left camera up. This one only seems to do it when there's a trailer hooked up. If anybody knows how to change that, let me know. I've looked in the settings and maybe I'm stupid and can't figure it out. But so far, we're towing pretty dang good. I love these 10-speed transmissions on these trucks. Obviously, we have it on the 450, on 40s. I mean, you don't ever feel any of the shifts. Makes it effortless going up hills with some weight in the back there. Alrighty, guys, we have made it. This job will probably look familiar to you guys. Paparano's been over here on and off for a while doing different projects. We filmed this a long time ago when Paparano first came here, and this house used to be a cartel grow house. There was like crazy back rooms down below underneath that had this like gnarly electrical and HVAC system in it for growing some illicit substances, which are legal now. But the owner of this property had a bunch of granite imported. So you can see all of these custom granite steps that were made, I think on like the East Coast, brought in, and then Paparano, Abel, and them went ahead and installed these steps that we are currently walking on. And then check out these stairs coming down here. I mean, these things are gnarly, big chunks of granite, solid granite stairs going all the way down. Again, Paparano and Abel had to bring these things over, rolling them on PVC pipes to get them into place. These things are no joke, super heavy. There's not really a good way to get equipment in. The side yard's pretty narrow, so they did all of this by hand, which is absolutely insane. But today, what we're doing is we've got to move some of these rocks and boulders from the front yard to the backyard. I don't know exactly which ones are going to the backyard, but we're gonna have to load them in the trailer, bring them around. There's an alley in the back down below, and we'll bring them in. The owner wants to be here when that happens, so we can't do that yet, but he also wants some of these to go away. So like this one, the removes here. We're actually gonna be taking those, loading the trailer, and then we'll be doing a load of these first out to the ranch, because obviously it's a little tough to move the excavator and a trailer full of boulders. I don't think it'll quite fit. I mean, maybe it will. We've also got some extra pieces of granite that he doesn't want, so we'll take those out to the ranch and, you know, either throw them in a ditch somewhere or use them for something. We'll see. But everything here is labeled. We got backyard, use possible, if possible, by mixer. Okay, look at that. A lot of granite pieces are going away. I don't know how I'm really gonna get up in here to grab some of these. Move to corner where mixer is, bury 6 inches. I mean, the owner is fantastic. These are great. Move to trash cans. I don't know how we're gonna move this one in 2 different ways. Move to front walk, 30 inches, move by cement stacks. Where's this? Oh, up there, okay. Remove, this one's gonna be fun to get to. Backyard, that one's okay. I love homeowners like this. They get it. Make it easy for us. Write exactly what you want, we'll make it happen. Again, he wants to be here. These are awesome. These are really nice rocks. And these are kind of expensive. Don't mind these airplanes that fly over 5 minutes. Love that house still. I talked about that house when we first came over here for this project, and the homeowner ended up seeing the video, so if you're watching this again, fantastic house. So there is some more work that they need to do, but we need to get these rocks out of here because there is going to be a little planter wall that goes here somewhere, and once that gets built, we will no longer be able to move some of these rocks, or at least not get a machine in here to do it. We've walked down here in the garage, and you can still see little remnants of what used to be one of the big grow rooms down here. I didn't even know this was a garage. This was like completely sealed up. There were some double doors here, and then this like little false door to another wall. See some of the venting and stuff that is still in here. I mean, there was an insane amount of electrical. Looks like they've ripped all of that out, or since ripped all that out. You can see there was probably a panel right there pulled out. Definitely some cool statues in here though. If you guys are into some of these statues, I bet none of these were cheap. I mean, these granite pieces are super slick, so this is actually gonna be like a little pond fountain. And all of these retaining walls you see here, and those are some big old monster pieces of granite. These steps are granite. There's granite details with all of this brick that Paparano put in up here. I mean, there is just a absolute ton of stone in this front yard. Let's get started, y'all. We'll get the Mini X unloaded, and I guess start moving what we know needs to go. And then at some point we're gonna have to pull the mixer out. Move that, get up in there. All right, now Paparano's supposed to meet me over here. I have a feeling we're gonna have these loaded up before he gets here, but it would be nice to have somebody to help, like throw a chain around some of these that I gotta drag more forward. Now, I honestly thought this was more rocks than it is that need to get taken out of here. But we might as well start with the biggest rock, and that is that one. See how heavy it is for the old excavator here. I picked up much larger, and I can roll them up on my backfill blade down there if I need to. But hopefully we don't need to. This one should just be an easy grab. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, no problem. I love this Mini X, guys. I would go a size larger if I bought it again, but this thing can do dang near everything I've ever needed it to do. I'm gonna use the ramp a little bit here. We don't want to drop it. We don't want to ding up the bed of our trailer. This thing's gonna move around like crazy. Definitely don't want to slam on the brakes. All right, y'all, now for the fun ones. Gotta reach around this car that's parked right here. Little brick strip that they put in. There we go. A little twofer. All right, I believe we got one more piece of granite, one more rock. these pallets. We're gonna have to move this mixer. It's gonna be fun. Now, y'all are probably wondering how heavy these pieces of granite are. It's okay, guys. So am I. Let's see what happens. Oh, yeah. Yeah. 300 pounds or more, I would say. So I keep telling myself I need to put fork pockets on this thing and a wheel, because this thing sucks to move. And maybe a tongue jack. Tongue jack, wheel, fork pockets would be a game changer on the mixer. It went better than I thought. The thing is heavy though. All right, I'm gonna get this one out. This one's going to the backyard. That one's staying, so I might as well just pull all these out for now. Get them up there. Move by cement stacks. This one's gotta go. That one's gotta go. This one's gotta go. All right, all of these are going. Now we want to be mindful of, what are these, olive trees? I don't know what kind of trees these are. Pepper trees? Whatever they are. We don't want to hit them. Break any branches off because they're very nicely symmetrically trimmed and at the front of this house. But we're gonna go for this big rock first. Might have to drag this one a little closer to us. Let's see if we can pick it up from boomed all the way out. Oh yeah, no problem for the mini. Sure, this is going to shift around like crazy, but I don't think it's too heavy to where we really got to worry. This one, I mean, there's really good instructions on here, but I still want to like make sure, you know, pull towards street where Big Rock is right now. That was right there where we took that big rock. Bury 2 inch off base. Not 100% sure what he means off that. 2 inches below the current base grade. Either way, again, the owner wanted to be here when it came time to really set these things. So while he left us pretty good instructions, I don't want to get something wrong and then I got to bring the excavator back to move a rock. Swamperano's already had me bring the excavator down here one day to move a rock. It's kind of a big ordeal. This is like, again, I was in probably an hour and a half of traffic this morning. It's not the most fun drive. Our chalk is stuck in there. There we go. And we don't need highway patrol seeing our really poorly thrown in there unsecured load. So we'll get her tarped up right quick. And back we go. We're gonna spend definitely more time on the road today than we are at the job, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. And just out of curiosity, let's see what the onboard scales say now. I get it, I don't care about your stupid disclaimer. Look at that, how much less tongue weight we have than we did. Again, I wish this told you the actual weight. Why is there no actual weight here? I guess if they don't give you an actual number, you have nothing to go off of. All right, well, we're coming up on a light and the car decided to stop a little bit prematurely. And so we had to get on the brakes a little harder than I should have. And our load definitely shifted. We've got some more tongue weight now, but not anywhere insane or anything like that. Hopefully it shifts back a little bit so we don't just have a ton of tongue weight, but I think the truck can handle it. Hopefully we didn't dent the front of the trailer, but we most likely dented the front of the trailer. Those rocks were moving. Okay, we made it back to the ranch. Got a little tight squeeze here, but we'll be able to make that no problem back there. I think we're just gonna keep these up by the front entrance. I would assume, I don't know what I'm gonna do with those granite pieces. Those probably shouldn't be up here, but we can always move those later. We got the tractor. Oh no. Yep, guys, we definitely put a dent in the trailer there. So they have different gauge. They have a 7-gauge sidewall, which I opted to not go. Oh, I mean, look at all this weight that's slammed up in there. Yikes. I opted to not go with the 7-gauge sidewalls. I want a heavier trailer so I could have more carrying capacity. And well, now you see why you go with the 7-gauge sidewalls. Dang, that one's pretty gnarly. So is that one. I guess good news is they're kind of low. You can see that one. That sucks. That's super lame. That stuff came out in a hurry. Now again, what I love about this wireless remote is I can be moving the truck, pulling it forward so the rest of the load comes out. Do all that stuff all while holding down the button for this thing to lower. It's also super impressive. I did not want this battery to come out, and it just stayed in there. Now, if it wasn't for drive time, this would obviously be a super quick work day. We're gonna spend at least 4 hours on the road today. Y'all wanna know what it's like living out in the country? New Fords, new dump trailers. We got a neighbor coming up behind us right there. Don't know if you can see it on camera. Might have to zoom in a little bit there. In his newer Ford and his newer dump trailer. Well, I guess we're getting a lot of firsts today, guys. We're getting first time towing with the truck, and we're getting our first fuel up. So we are, what is that, like 1/8 of a tank? I hate how small this little fuel gauge is, but I'd call that a little more than 1/8 of a tank. I forget what this pump shuts off at. Hopefully it's not too low. I hate swiping my card twice, but we'll do it today for science. 4.99, or sorry, 4.97 a gallon. What is fuel where you guys are at? Just out of curiosity. Well, y'all, I guess we lucked out. This one does go over 150, but I guess we stopped at 150 and 55 cents, so 30 gallons. It's got to be a 34 gallon. I don't think it's a 32 gallon tank, but maybe it is. I think they come in both configurations. I'm not 100% sure. And we have made it back to the job site. Hopefully the owner is here. I see we've got HYPERLITE's truck here, parked right in my way. If you guys want one of those Work For It work shirts, head over to workforapparel.com, get you one. Just 2 rocks and then a bunch of the granite. All slid forward, put some big old dents in the trailer. But what are you gonna do? All right, y'all, so now we're gonna track these rocks all the way to the backyard. I could load them into the dump trailer, but then, hold on, we're trying not to hit HYPERLITE's brickwork. Don't want this thing to slide into it. Not a good grip, not a good grip. But if we load them into the dump trailer, I can't get the trailer into the yard to unload them, so I'll still need to track the excavator back there to pick them out. So I'm just gonna track the excavator all the way over there twice. Definitely wish these were 2 granite pieces that I could stack together and take in one load, because I think it's quite a mission to get around to the back alley here. But again, either way, the excavator would have to get back there because there's no way to get the dump trailer into the yard to dump these rocks. Not the most exciting stroll I've been on in a while. Definitely not the widest alley in the world. It won't push open.
Maybe me and you can push it. That column I did, and that column
Screw that. Well. One trip done. have a seat? We can put dirt underneath it, or do you want it? I can go deeper if you want to fit it more like a seat like that, or I can put it back to the other orientation. Alrighty guys, well, the camera died mid moving the last little bit of rocks, but we are all good to go. We've got the excavator loaded up back there. Also got to give a quick shout out to whoever owns this truck right here. Was driving by in the neighborhood and noticed, well, boom, the work for it decal on the back window. Super rad. I appreciate all of you guys that rock with the work for it movement. You guys are fantastic. Insane for like young Ryan to think that a brand that he created you would just see out in the public like that. So wild. Also check out that rad OBS Bronco. I like this neighborhood over here. Minus the airplanes that fly over every 3 seconds. I mean, we're in a little bit of a dip here and we're kind of on a slope, but I definitely think the truck's gonna need to get lifted. Look at that, look how low we are right there. It's a little too low for comfort. I mean, I guess we could drop the coupler on the trailer. This was set up to work on the 450, so obviously super high, but whatever. You know, when I have the Bronco, I'll just bring the truck and trailer back, leave it connected, take the Bronco to work the next day. But I'm not a little daily driver no more, so getting everything unloaded. Well, for her first real day of work, I gotta say, the F250 did pretty dang good today. Look at the size difference. It's a 6-inch lifted F350, obviously 97 compared to 2025. These cabs on these trucks are super tall, but hood height to hood height, 6-inch lift to stock. Pretty wild. Good looking combo though right here. I like these two trucks. Definitely some improvements that can be made on the new 250 here to number one, get her to tow better, but there's gonna be a list of things I'm gonna go over at some point. We'll make a video on with this truck and what we would improve, what we would do different, what I've learned in like the last week of owning this thing. Actually, tomorrow marks 1 week of owning this thing. I already put her to work, but definitely more comfortable than, again, towing with the 6.0, hoping you don't end up in limp mode, having to pull over. It's nice being able to fly all the way up the grade in this truck and just know she's gonna make it. And now I know today wasn't the most exciting video, but hey, you know, it's what pays the bills and pays for trucks like this, so no complaints. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not subscribed already, please click the subscribe button now, though you do not miss out on any future content. And don't forget to give this video a like, aka thumbs up. Don't forget to check out workforitapparel.com, because if there's anything you want in this life, you gotta be willing to work for it. You guys are the best. I'm out.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah.